Why are the mini trucks so popular? I mean, heck, I bought one. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive MT. So I've been thinking, why are the mini trucks so popular, particularly the Ford Maverick? Now, the Santa Cruz, which is what I just bought, frankly, because I like it better. I like the look of it better. I like the tech of it better. I just like it better all around. But either way, both are doing very well. I believe the Santa Cruz is exceeding the expectations of Hyundai. Of course, they would always take more. And for sure, the Ford Maverick is, so much so that Ford had to halt the ordering process. You can't order one until the end of the year because they can't build them fast enough. But why is it? Why are the mini trucks so popular? Well, there's a few reasons, I think. Number one, price. They don't cost as much. Unless you go nuts and you option them out to the nth degree, they're going to cost you somewhere in the low 20s for the Maverick to the low 30s well optioned for the Santa Cruz. Now, that's a price you can't beat, obviously, with full-size trucks or even with the other mid-size trucks. I mean, the Toyota Tacoma can get as high as low 40s. Especially right now, depending on which trim level you opt for and what you option it out with. Number two, versatility. They kind of give you the best of all worlds, really. You've got the family hauler. You can pile everybody in. It's comfortable, albeit a little bit tighter in the back seat of the Santa Cruz. They kind of took some of that room away when they shrunk their SUV down to come up with this design concept. About 4 inches, I think, and it is a little bit tight. But still, if you have the wee little ones, kids I'm talking about, you can throw them in the back, go for a long distance trip, throw all your junk underneath that built-in tonneau in the back, which, by the way, is awesome. Get decent gas mileage and be comfortable while you're doing it. Not to mention, they have a decent tow rating. The Santa Cruz with the SEL 2.5 or the 2.5 liter turbo, I should say, can tow up to 5,000 pounds. 5,000 pounds in a mini truck? That's awesome. The Ford Maverick is not far behind. I think it's around 4,000 pounds, something like that. So you can put a small little camper on the back, or maybe on the weekends tow that trailer that you got all the dirty stuff in. It's versatile. Hauling, towing, you can do it all with these little mini trucks. They're awesome. Number three, uniqueness. For years and years, we've always had a truck. And that's what the Toyota Tacoma is. It's a truck, which I love, by the way. My favorite mid-sized truck right here. But nonetheless, it looks like a truck. It drives better than they used to, but it still drives like a truck. I mean, the Santa Cruz rides like an SUV. It's nice and smooth. It corners well. But I think people have kind of steered away a little bit from the truck look for something a little bit more unique, a little bit different. Now, does that mean that they're going to turn out to be fatty vehicles? That's F-A-D, not F-A-T. Time will tell. It's kind of hard to say. I think they have their own niche, and it'll be interesting to see if the popularity of them continues, if it can be maintained. I think it will. I think the mini trucks, I think it's time. I think they found their spot, and I think they're going to be around for years and years. Now, that doesn't bode well for the mid-size market because every new entrant takes away a little piece of all the other markets. So I think people like Toyota need to jump in and create their own mini truck, and that would be awesome. Number four, fuel economy. Right now, in the environment we're in, you hear every day about gas prices, what's going on in the world. People become more aware of that. And these mini trucks, they do get better fuel economy. If you go with a hybrid version of the Ford Maverick, you're looking at 40s. 40-some mile per gallon in a truck of any configuration. That's awesome. Now, the Santa Cruz, not quite as good. You're in the 20s or so. But there is talk of a hybrid version, a hybrid powertrain for the Hyundai Santa Cruz. And I think they're going to do it. I think given the popularity of the Maverick with its hybrid and just the popularity of mini trucks altogether, I think they'll make that investment and you're going to see a hybrid Santa Cruz. Time will tell, I suppose. Number 5, they fit. This Santa Cruz will actually fit in my garage. I can't fit the Tacoma in that side of my garage, only over here. The Santa Cruz will fit. And that's another big concern, I think. You know, way back, I was going to buy a full-size Tundra. And fortunately for me, I thought, I ought to take this thing home and see if it fits in my garage. Because I lived in a colder weather climate. We got snow and ice and frost and all that. And I didn't want to be screwing around at 7 o'clock in the morning, standing outside in my dress clothes when I had a brick and mortar job. In my dress clothes, scraping off all that stuff off the truck while my garage sat there without anything in it because it wouldn't fit. These trucks fit everywhere. They're easier to drive in congested areas. If you drive in the city a lot, everything's real tight, much better fit. Parking spaces. They're not designed for great big giant trucks. This is about as big as you can fit comfortably in those spots. The mini trucks fit even better. When you're backing out, you've got that real tight space in between. You know what I'm talking about. You don't have to do that back and forth so that you can get out and clear the car that pulled in too close to you. That's one reason, by the way, I always pull through the space. Really in any vehicle now, because that way I can just take off and go. I don't have to worry about who's standing behind me or that shopping clerk that's taking a ride down the aisle. I don't have to worry about that. Number 6, options and design. You know, I was very impressed when I first saw the Hyundai Santa Cruz. Completely different look inside. Love that. You know, it's got all this modern tech in it, this modern look, these screens that look awesome. The whole gauge cluster is digital, and I can change it. I can change it to whatever, with limitations, whatever configuration and colors I want to see. I love that. I think it's a cool change from what we have now, and I think a lot of other people probably feel the same. The way the center cluster is designed with the great big radio, and that's not even going to the biggest great big radio you can get, the screen, the infotainment system. Love it. I think it's awesome, and I think that's another one of the big draws, at least for the Santa Cruz. I think they did a fantastic job in designing that, and it's something that I look forward to every time I get in that truck. And saying truck, by the way, I do consider them trucks. They have beds, they can haul stuff, they really are trucks. Anyway, that's why I think the mini trucks are so popular. Leave a comment, let me know. Have you ever considered one? Maybe you bought one. And what do you think of that market? Do you think it'll be around, or do you think it's going to be a short-lived thing? Just a fad? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about the Toyota Tacoma, and Rob Motive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.